ready? I'm fucking running on fumes right now.
Yeah.
This is gonna be rough.
That and putting more liquor in the system.
I know, I'm dreading it, but it's gotta be done.
We did this.
Alright, well.
We did this for you guys.
Yeah, literally, I'm drinking for you right now, guys.
Cheers.
I hate you. Yeah, I don't want to do a shot at it this time either.
Nope.
No. I mean, that could change, but I doubt it. Oh, man. I am hurt.
All right.
Word.
Welcome
Guys,
back, everyone.
I'm here.
To another episode of the podcast. We pull back the curtain, give you some insight of what's going on behind the scenes at your favorite bar or restaurant. We like to call that the industry perspective.
Oh, shit. I'm kidding.
What if?
What's up, motherfuckers?
Huzzah.
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 How y'all doing? I'm fucking hurt.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
All right. Well, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just pushing, trucking along.
I'm trying to get through this.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard to get through this.
What are you talking about? This is great. This is put on a show, everybody.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy
everybody.
4th, yeah.
Happy 4th of America.
You know,
Too dark? No.
I can feel the oppression
Do
in your
you?
voice.
Oh, you feel the oppression. You feel the oppression.
Yeah, I felt it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy 4th of July, happy fireworks,
Yeah.
Independence Day.
Yeah.
so I don't know about you guys,
Yes.
but when it comes to the 4th of July, I indulge heavily in a very satirical way.
Go on.
Yeah. So, like, you know the song from Team America?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's
Yeah.
I go like I'm all in.
Yeah.
But
Oh, you're super patriotic on the 4th of July.
on the 4th of July.
Word.
But it's satire.
No. I
Because
feel it,
it's
I get
like
it.
I really don't like this country, but on 4th of July.
Well, go back. No, I'm just-
God damn.
Go back where, Rob?
I don't know, man.
Where, Rob?
I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go back to.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shit.
I've always been here.
Yeah.
I will say it's not that I don't like the country. I just don't like a lot of what happens in it.
I go full.
It's like
full
a
Team
person.
America, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm cracking a can of Dillies and knocking it back, shotgunning while shotgunning Dillies, but like,
It was
Oh,
Dillies.
I was
I
like,
actually don't know
what?
what Dillies. Oh,
But
I don't know what
I
Dillies
didn't
are.
know what Dillies was.
but like,
Oh.
yeah,
Wow.
How do we get from Bud Light to Dillies?
no fucking idea.
It's
That's
like-
just what my friends called it, so it was just
Dillies.
Dillies.
Yeah, because like I knew,
I've heard Dilly. I didn't know that's what that was.
I've heard like natural lights are called natties.
Yeah.
Natty
Yeah.
light, but
Yeah.
Dillies. That's interesting.
I don't know.
Dillies.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4th of July, I'm full on
America.
Yeah. Like, sorry, I can't hear you guys with all this freedom ringing. I
But
need you
you're
to put
that
I
guy.
need you to put like a translucent eagle.
Like, let me
over
ask you this:
right
are
here.
you the guy that's wearing like an American flag, like tank top and shorts, and like,
I had one.
yeah?
I had one. But
I do want to get some Apollo Creed shorts.
Okay, those are kind of fire.
They're kind of fire.
Yeah, like the satin joints, like, those are kind of fire. I'll give you that.
Even
Yeah.
in America.
Like if like our friends hit us up and like, hey, you guys free tonight? I'm always free. Boldly go.
Oh my god. Wait. Okay. So what's your? What, do you have any like traditions that you have to do on the 4th of July?
Get drunk.
Oh, so it's like Cinco de
Most
Mayo.
American thing you can do.
Yeah.
So Cinco de Mayo, St. Patrick's Day, and Juneteenth all in one.
Yeah.
It's not Juneteenth.
Like, you know-
it's not Juneteenth.
You know, like,
I was waiting to see how you were gonna tie that together because I was like, I don't know where you're going. I'll let you cook. I don't know how it's gonna
Nah,
taste.
it's not Juneteenth.
I'm sorry,
It's-
man.
like imagine my head on like a picture of George Washington's body, riding a horse, shooting like an M16 while drinking whiskey, with the American flag and explosions in the background. That's
I'm
me.
Republican
America's Republican, I guess. I don't know.
Let's not even go there. This
That's
is not a political
It's
podcast.
I am not informed enough
Yeah.
to speak to all of that.
I
However,
am, and that's part of my problem. I'm way too informed. I hate how much I know. But
it's gross.
unfortunately for me, I've reached that age where the fucking news stories come to me. I don't go looking for them.
Oh, your algorithms just
Yeah,
draw
they're
them.
like, you're this age, you must care. And I'm like, well, you're kind of forcing me to at this point.
Yeah.
You know?
You should try that. That's actually pretty damn good.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Sorry.
America.
I have to like, interrupt that. But yeah, freedom and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
That,
Freedom and all that bullshit.
Wait, do you have any traditions for 4th of July?
Nah.
Okay.
Hey, why doesn't America knock?
I'm not gonna
Because
like
freedom
this.
rings.
Knew where you
Wait,
were
I have
going.
wait, why?
I didn't have the power to stop you.
Wait, I have one. Just thinking about freedom ringing and all that. Wait, how's this go? Why do black people only have nightmares?
Wait, what?
Stay out of this.
And now we're all ears. Strapped in. Speaking of freedom ringing, why do black people only have nightmares?
Why?
Because they killed the last black guy that had a dream. That's where we're starting the podcast. All right.
Shit.
Ooh. I don't know how many people we lost there. I think we lost a few people there. Oh, that's bad.
Fuck.
Yeah. That truth.
Woo.
That truth.
Shit.
Happy 4th of July, everybody. Oh, the CIA did it too. Oh, God.
All right, cool. All right, let me get back in here. Whew. Choking on all that freedom over there.
Yeah.
What
were we talking about?
Okay. I don't know how we got it over here. Wow. I don't have any of those jokes. I know normally I'm the one, but I'm not today.
Did I out Nando?
Yeah, I got nothing. I have absolutely nothing.
Oh, man.
Oh, god damn, that was bad. It was good.
But we lost some people there. I know that we lost some people there.
They'll be back.
Okay. Sorry. But yeah, it felt like a perfect 4th of July joke. Anywho.
So, you guys have plans after this? Like on a scale of 1 to America, how free are you today?
I'll take a shot for that.
I'm not scheduled. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
I'm not on the schedule, so yeah, I guess I'm free. God damn. I don't even know how to get started with the episode after 10 minutes of that.
Yeah, we really went in on.
Holy fuck, guys.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't warn me for this. Y'all just came.
Just, yeah.
Well,
came
I
with
figured we didn't have a weekend catch up.
yeah,
so,
we very like America. We just dropped the bomb on you.
I heard we gotta move out of this at some point.
You didn't expect it.
Neither did Hiroshima.
Oh my god. I wasn't gonna say. I was not gonna say it. That's why I just. Oh, Rob.
I'm trying to find a way to get us back on track, and I just don't know how the fuck to do it. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
So, in bar culture,
Yeah.
well, I guess right now your guys' jobs personally don't have like the lunch crowd much, because.
Nah, we're not even open during lunch.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, I don't know. It's been interesting the last like couple years of adjusting.
Terrible segue.
My job is just like my job for lunch is just like our border. It's not open.
I was trying to get us to a safe place.
Yeah, I'm gonna get mine in eventually.
I was trying to get us to a safe place.
As the token Mexican.
I didn't have a segue. I was just gonna dive in like Ocean Gate, but
too soon, but right on time.
Damn, that one caught me off guard.
All right, guys, we're unraveling at this point.
Welcome to the Zinger episode.
We're just dropping them right now.
Yo, but honestly, I know that was last week, but I do got one thing to say about that shit.
Oh, by all means.
That money could have been spent elsewhere.
Yeah.
That money could have been spent elsewhere.
Yeah.
And the amount of coverage that it got compared to that boat that fucking sank off the coast of Greece and everything.
I didn't even know about it until somebody brought it up.
Right.
Seriously. I mean, not to make light of it completely, you know, I really only feel bad for the kid whose dad drug him along to go under the sea.
Yeah.
Under the sea. Yeah, he didn't need to go. But okay, cool. I would love to see us, like, not just as a country, but just everyone in general, keep that same energy for all of the shit that happens, not just when it happens to rich people. That's my thing. That's my 2 cents. Because I saw a lot of people reposting stuff about that.
There was so much coverage. So much fucking coverage.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it was spelunking.
It's all right. This is gonna sound bad. I'll preface that.
Oh God.
On top of everything else we've already said.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but it reminds me of Heath Ledger's Joker in The Dark Knight when he was basically talking to Harvey Dent, and he was just like, "Yo, like, no."
If I say a group, if I say like a bunch of gangbangers are gonna die or whatever, nobody panics because it's all part of the plan. But if I say a truck full of soldiers will die, well, everybody loses their minds.
100%, and it's just like, yo, we care about. Don't get me wrong, death anywhere is awful, and we should definitely like. That's a problem. We need to stop that and actually feel a way about it. But like these 5 people that signed up for this excursion, they died. There are so many other people that are dying in more tragic ways that aren't.
I can't sympathize for somebody that owes wealth.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm struggling over here financially. I don't care about you. Why?
Did you guys ever feel weird when you walked out of The Dark Knight, like that you kind of felt some aspects, not all of it, some aspects of what the Joker was saying?
I didn't feel weird. I was like, no, he's right.
The Joker was just like Thanos.
Because like
it might not be the popular opinion, but
the Joker in The Dark Knight was just pure chaos, though. Too. It's one of my favorite quotes. He's like, I'm like a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do when I caught it. I just do things.
But that was a part of his planning things. God, I could do a whole podcast just breaking down The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
But specifically that, but like when he said that particular line about like the, you know, I said one little mayor and everything loses their mind, like all that, it instantly took me back to, I know I referenced him a little bit earlier in a weirder way, but Dr. King saying like an injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And then, but like I remember walking away from the first time I saw The Dark Knight and thinking that as I was thinking about that Joker quote, but then I was like, wow, I don't feel like I should be thinking that deep about a fucking line from the Joker. But yeah, I do feel like it's just really weird that we put so much emphasis on 5 people because they're really, really wealthy and we're all watching it, and there's so much other crazy things going on in the world. Yeah. That's not what this podcast is really about.
It's not.
I'm sorry.
It's not, at the same time, keep that same energy.
Yeah.
Keep that same energy. All the other stuff that happens, and I will say for those out there who are wondering like, why the fuck have we spent almost 20 minutes just talking about whatever? How do you think bar conversations go?
Yeah.
They're usually, this is the stuff we hear about from other people while we're working, and we're not allowed to. We're not allowed, but you know, one of the things I was told when I decided to bartend full time. I did it for a couple years, you know, as a side thing. But when I decided to get into it full time, one of the things that I was told was you don't talk about religion or politics.
Oh yeah.
Because there's so much alcohol involved, and you know someone might not agree with you, and because of the alcohol playing a factor, you know, it could go left. You
Right.
want the conversation to go left. Nowadays, that's all people want to fucking talk about.
Yeah.
You know, like they want to talk about politics and they want to talk about this and talk about that. But I will say that my main
So you're saying the conversation can't go right, it's gotta go left?
yeah, I was trying to avoid that.
I mean, I just want you to take like a couple months off of mentioning anybody's rights or lefts because the last time you did.
Yo, but I did have a couple people tell me, they were like, yo, that shit was funny. I
I'm-
was joking. I'm just being real.
Yeah.
Like, they did say, they were like, we looked over there like, yo. Yeah, it was like,
They were
just joking.
Yes.
You know, like, it's all fun and games.
Yeah,
Unironically, I'm also wearing red.
So
Conservatives
what I
wear
was
red.
saying was,
Unironically, this wasn't planned.
no. It's just my main thing that I just wish we could get back to, because I know me and you have talked about this. Maybe we have, maybe we haven't.
Perhaps.
But we need to get back to just being able to voice an opinion, make a joke, say whatever it is we want to say, as long as it's not literally fucking demeaning someone or breaking someone down. And people need to stop being so fucking soft, bro. I am so tired of soft ass people online.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so soft online. Like, you can't say anything or you can't talk about this, you
Right.
can't talk about that. But they love talking about shit on their end, but they
Right.
want you to, you know, oh, don't touch this, don't touch that. But it's like, bro, these is just jokes.
These
These
are
are
just
jokes.
very few times
But
that I'll say this, you sound old as shit.
Yeah. Damn right. Get off my fucking lawn, bro. Like, for real.
I got
Not Gran Turismo.
just a sidebar real quick, but I have this security guard that works at a
This
job.
whole
and
thing is
he's-
a sidebar, but
it
go
is.
on.
Bro, we've been
He's-
20 minutes of sidebars.
he's an older dude, right? And just it's not that he is not willing to accept how things are changing now. It's just he's just an old school guy. Just some of the shit he says, it's like, I know you, and I know it's not coming from a place of hate. That's just how you were raised, and you know,
Right.
It's just shit he says. I'm just like, bro.
Yo, I got friends like that too. That
And-
are like around the same age as me, and I'm like, the fuck?
And for like, and
Oh,
for
yeah.
context, he's a older black guy.
Mm.
So put that.
Mhm.
So he just said shit. I'm just like, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and I know it's just like a group of us chopping it up. Like, god
Yeah.
damn! I told him like that's how I know how old you are.
Yeah.
Just the shit, how you say it. I know he doesn't mean it with hate. It's just he's too old to really adapt and accept. So he says how he says it because it's
Everything,
he's like he's older.
everything comes down to perspective and context. It's kind of what I've tried to think about and implement in any like conversation or especially like these debates because like everything's so political gets so I don't know emotional so quick and it's just like yo take a step back or just actually look at like this person's upbringing is a different perspective and context in mine, you know. Like I had a conversation with someone the other day just about guns and like gun regulation, all that type of stuff. It's like I grew up in a place where like guns were only with, you know, drug dealers and gangbangers and all that type of stuff. So like I'm never gonna feel a cool way about guns. But one of my best friends, he grew up like around where you just go out back and you shoot guns all day. And like that's just a part of like life and whatnot. So that the context is different, the perspective is different, and so his feelings about gun rights are gonna be different. And us coming to just having a discussion about that and coming to like a common ground, I think is like what most people need to do. But like nobody wants to actually have those type of like let me think out of myself for a minute and actually take into account how this person was brought up in their context and their perspective, and if both sides can do that, then we can actually like figure
There's a
some shit
lot.
out.
Hopefully we can move on after this.
Yeah,
But there's
sorry,
a lot of.
we're so deep.
It's just the thing is that a lot of people approach conversations with subjective viewpoints as opposed to objective. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Like they're looking at it with a lot of personal or like personal viewpoints of it. It's like you're looking at it like this when it's actually this. So that's it. It's a lot of subjective viewpoints and not objective.
I will say that it's also not just you're looking at it like this, but it's like this. What I was trying to say before is that I feel like the art of debate is just kind of lost.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I said like everyone's so soft because it's like if you say something people don't agree with anymore, like well, nowadays if they don't agree with you, oh they fucking hate you. They got a problem with you. You're an enemy. All this other shit. I'm like, just because I have a different opinion, or just because my upbringing is different, where I was raised was different, or whatever. And it's like, we can agree to disagree. At the end of the day, we can still debate. Like, too many conversations nowadays are entered into where both parties are trying to, one, prove the other side wrong, and two, convince the other side to come to their side. And it's like, but why are there sides? Just tell me your opinion, I'll tell you mine. We don't have to agree, and then we can still continue drinking this drink. Because I've been in game 10 years like you.
Right.
I remember how bar conversations used to be.
Right.
And it just doesn't go that way anymore. I'm fucking tired of it because the bar is supposed to be a safe space.
Right.
That's part of what I love
great
about
again.
the job.
Make bars great again.
Make bars great again.
Is that what you're saying?
In a way. Jesus Christ. Is that?
Although I will say there are things that are ultimately all wrong. Like there are things where it's like that is not right no matter which way you try to approach it.
Sure.
But,
well, what I was gonna say was pretty much that like these conversations, these debates used to happen at bars. Much like there's a lot of people that use bars for all types of like conversations and negotiations, even for business like contracts and stuff like that. And, like it doesn't have to be all like so political and emotional and all that, but we could actually like talk about. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just being in LA, but like you hear like some crazy, cool. Like I don't know if cool is a conversation, but cool is the word. But like, just like there's a lot of conversations that happen, like negotiations, like some big business
I've
deals.
heard so many big deals be negotiated and talked about while people are just sitting at a bar. I've seen especially here in LA.
I think that's what it is.
You get people who come in and they're working on a set, and they're just coming in and they're just talking about the film, or how do we change this shot, or such and such is this and such is that, or whatever. You're just sitting there and you're like, yo, what the fuck? This is what y'all are talking about? Where you're hanging out at the bar?
Yeah.
I love that shit, but I also love being able to talk about whatever. But it's also nice to hear like some real business shit go down right in front of you. And you're like, we gotta be in Tokyo in 2 days.
Because the bar is kind of like a safe space for them, where like they can have like these communal conversations that are still kind of intimate, if that makes sense. And I don't know, it's just the beauty of like working at a bar and seeing like bar conversations go down.
Bar conversations or debates. I'm a master debater. I was holding that one in.
With like, well, let me ask you guys this: like, with your bar conversations, do you think the bar conversations are better? Like, oh wait, no, never mind. They don't really apply to you guys. I was gonna say like more lunch or dinner, but like, it doesn't really apply.
No,
yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, cool. Like you
told you, my borders are closed.
The borders are closed. All right. I don't know. At my restaurant, we have lunch and dinner, and so like the dinner crowds.
How is that? Because I know some of your coworkers that only work days, and I know some of them that only work nights.
Yeah.
And it's just a completely different vibe when I see them when they leave their shift.
Oh, the people coming from the day are probably way more happier. Way happier. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because I mean, like it's just I wouldn't say it's easy breezy, but it's so much more chill. And like I feel like our nighttime crowd that we particularly get are just they're way more difficult. Like I don't know, like they like so much will go wrong with like their steak dish, and like it wasn't cooked right to the temperature, and like this drink I was expecting it this way, and like wait a minute, why didn't I get a family and friends discount? I'm like, who are you? And they're just like, oh, why? It's like you just get so many more people at nighttime that are just on some shit versus like daytime. I feel like people are just so much more chill, and it's just like they come in, they're on their break most likely, or even if they're not on their break, they're like probably tourists or whatever. So they just landed, I don't know, a few hours ago, and they're just like chilling. They get a couple of appetizers, they get like an entree, a couple of beers, they're in, they're out, they have some cool conversation, and then on about the day. So I have learned to appreciate and like the dinner crowd the lunch crowd a little bit more. However, the lunch crowd also doesn't drink as heavily. So in terms of money, the dinner crowd is probably a little bit better. But yeah.
Which kind of brings into question, which one would you prefer? Do you want more money or easier shift?
Damn, why does it
Depends on the day.
Yeah, I guess it kind of depends on the day.
Are you hungover?
If I'm hungover, give me that lunch shift every fucking time.
I just hate getting up early, man.
So do I.
Yeah, I do too. But
I'm
I
so
just,
much happier since I don't go into work until the evening.
I hate getting up early, but I also hate getting home at 2 or 3 a.m.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I'm up anyways.
I mean,
You're cool
I'm
with
lucky
that.
enough where I live across the street from my job, so
I don't go too far.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't mind getting home late because I've always been a night owl. I've always been the person that's up at 3, 4, 5 a.m.
Okay.
That's just how I am.
Word.
So when I've worked at bars where I had to be there early morning for lunch and things like that, it was rough. And I did it for years, but it was always rough. Just trying to cut your night short after your shift.
Yeah.
Hanging out with your friends or coworkers or whatever, and then having to be back at the bar at like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. That's fucking brutal for me, man. So give me a night shift all day, and it's not just about the money.
Yeah.
It's more so just about my sleep.
Yeah.
About like my rest.
Right.
Because like the way it is now, I just wake up when I wake up, and I go to the gym when I go to the gym. I eat when I eat. Like when my errands when I run. Like I don't have a set time other than okay, you're supposed to be at work at 5 p.m. or 8 p.m.
Oh
I'm like,
god. Yeah.
my whole day's already done. Like I'm cool with going to work at 5 p.m. because I've done everything I needed to do before that, as opposed to 9 a.m. and I'm scrambling to do it. Like, do I do everything before I go to work, or do I do it after?
Interesting. Yeah. I go back and forth. Like, am I a little bit less alert in my morning shifts? Maybe. I don't know. But it's like the ease of the day. I used to love, especially when I worked a different job and I only worked on Saturday mornings, I would love coming in and setting the day up for the rest of the team. Like there was something like kind of cool and dope about that that I appreciated. And like I love making like Bloody Marys and micheladas. It's just usually on Saturdays and Sundays and stuff like that. But I don't know. Every once in a while, you want to get you want to get the lit crowd, and you're just like, yo, let's do shots for everybody at the bar, everybody buying shots and like that type of thing. But I think I'm probably more of a dinner, like lunch crowd person, probably. But I don't know.
I'm never gonna be a lunch person. I'm never gonna be into working during the day again.
Yeah.
I don't want to work it. But where you work is also a restaurant.
Yes.
Where I work is just a cocktail bar.
Right.
You should not be drinking that much that early.
No.
You know
Yeah.
what I
There's
mean?
no
So glad
point
we're
to
not-
that. Yeah. Yeah.
Then you got
drink all
problems.
day if you start in the morning.
It's
Crazy.
crazy.
Just drink. That's one of the fun. Champagne with breakfast while I'm young. So I think that's the part.
It's really quiet, so I can't even hear fully
I
what
can't
you're
hear
saying.
you.
Yeah. That's,
Even though I can hear you, I can't
Oh,
hear you.
okay.
I'm like, all right, well, for
I was just-
them.
yeah.
I was just thinking about when's the last time you went to a 4th of July cookout or barbecue?
Last year.
Really?
Yeah, remember?
I don't remember. Well, no, I don't remember. I didn't bring anything. All I brought was freedom.
Fuck. Walk right into
I'm
that.
over it. I'm tapping out, guys. I'm tapping out. Here's what I will say.
That's why I don't get invited.
I don't want this anymore. No, I don't want it. No. What I will say is this.
You don't want it, but you're gonna get this freedom.
That sounds like rape, and I don't like that at all.
America.
No, it sounds like democracy.
Yeah.
Here's what I will say.
Knock. Here's the freedom.
Here's what I will say about cookouts and barbecues. You guys call them cookouts or barbecues? Let's start
Barbecues.
I don't fucking know. I don't think about it.
Even if there's no barbecue, it's still a barbecue.
Yeah. Well, I think I grew up calling them barbecues, but then I moved out here and everyone's calling, oh, let's go to the cookout. I'm like, all right, cool. But I feel like moving to Southern California, I was promised these grandiose, very dope cookouts by all John Singleton movies. And I haven't really experienced that yet.
Bro, I have not seen the John Singleton in LA yet, but that's because I'm not from here.
That's fair.
You gotta be from here.
Okay, we'll just keep it
Like,
here.
yeah, you gotta be from here to like
Know where that's at.
experience that,
Yeah,
you know
that's what I like.
So we're not from here,
That's
so
fair.
you gotta get invited to the cookout.
Bro, yeah, I had like
I don't
5
have
years
any
of looking
people
for
like
like the John Singleton cookout,
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
and all my cookouts.
Actually, you know what? I take that back.
You got
I
one?
did go to one.
Okay.
Spider-Man was there actually. It's pretty
Was he
funny.
dancing?
Kinda.
I bet.
He jumped off the roof and almost broke his ankle. That shit was hilarious.
That's hilarious. Holy shit. He still doesn't know
There's
who
so
John
much
Singleton
disgust in his
is.
face.
Oh,
It's like,
oh.
Spider-Man would never almost break
Yeah,
his
he's not
ankle.
a
even
real
kid part.
Spider-Man.
Sorry, I'm just.
It was a Puerto Rican Spider-Man too. I'm not making this up.
What's hilarious is I dressed up for my nephew's birthday as Spider-Man.
Did you almost break your ankle?
Nah, but he was like, I think he was turning like 5 or something.
He-
This little badass fucking pointed at the zipper. He's like, "What's that?"
Oh,
I'm
no.
like, "Yo, what are you talking about?" He's like, "You sound like my Theo." I'm like, "No."
Oh.
This little motherfucker trying to figure it out. I had to like find a way to get out of there.
Why didn't you disguise your voice?
I don't know.
Pull a Batman?
I didn't think about it. I didn't think he was gonna be that smart and be like, "Wait, there's a zipper on your suit."
You should believe that your nephew a little bit better than that. You know?
Yeah, got a deal over you.
I don't know.
I don't know where to go from there. But
I was
okay.
just thinking of more 4th of July jokes.
We're good without
I'm
them.
good.
Yeah, nah, we're going past that.
I'm cooking. That's what I'm doing.
Are you Googling more footage?
I feel like he is.
Yo, like, we're good.
Instead of that, how about you tell me about that one doucher that was at your bar?
Yeah, I don't remember where this was at. I don't know if it was in Chicago, Phoenix, or here, but I think it was here. It was just this guy who was a regular, and I don't know if he was a regular, but whatever. He came in one night, and he was on a date, and was like, "Okay, cool. I was giving him a great service. You know, interaction was great, but I think he spent somewhere a little over $100, and I don't remember if he did a tip or tipped poorly. I just remember looking at it like, damn, dude, you spent it all on her. Can't get enough from me. I provided this great service. We laughed.
You said that?
No,
Oh.
I thought it. I just thought to myself like, damn, bro, I thought we had something here.
Yeah.
You're just gonna throw me pennies? So the next time he came in, he made a comment along the lines of like, "Oh yeah, you know, I've always seen this place and wanted to check it out."
Oh, wow.
But I didn't hear that. Or no. I wasn't in front of him when he said it, so I didn't hear it. But he was saying it to his date. I'm like, "Oh, hey man, welcome back."
Oof.
And he had this look of like, "Yo, dude, what the fuck?"
We had an unspoken contract.
And she was kind of like taken back, and they tried to ignore. I'm like, "Hey, welcome back, man." And it was like this.
Damn.
It was like time had stopped.
Yeah.
And I looked at him, and he looked at me.
Wait, no, we're not doing R. Kelly right now.
But I was just kind of
We
like.
canceled 3 times this podcast. We're not doing R.
Yeah.
But
Kelly.
it was within the same week, so I knew what he was doing. He had different dates, and I was just like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking tip, fuck you."
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know.
And you're gonna come back in here after stiffing me.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm okay with you not tipping me because I know I probably just fucked up tonight for you, and that's okay. So the moral of the story is if you're gonna bring multiple dates into the same place, take care of your bar staff, because we can be your best wingman or your biggest cock block.
Oh, absolutely.
We'd rather be the former.
Yeah.
We don't want a cock block. We want you to get laid or have fun. I mean, that makes you come back and spend the money and tip us and whatever, this and that. Yeah, don't stiff us, because then you won't get to stiff.
Well,
I knew where you were going, and you still went there. That's what's up, though.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like, I don't like to generalize, but do you guys feel like
I'll generalize.
tippers or bad tippers have like a certain aesthetic to them?
Yes.
What are you trying to say, Rob?
Yes and no.
What you trying to say, Rob?
I'm not saying anything. I'm asking.
I will say yes and no.
Okay.
I will say also, like, adding to that
Yeah, like
a lot of times,
yeah,
some of the prettiest people are the worst tippers. Not all the time.
Word,
But
yeah.
sometimes you'll see these people, they come in and they're all dressed up and, you know, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
And then they stiff you. And especially if they ask you for a bunch of different things, or, you know, they're interrupting you when you're trying to talk to another guest, or when you're in the middle of making a cocktail, and then they give you $0 on top of it, and I'm like, get your pretty ass out of here. I don't want to see you no more, man. That bothers me, man. It really does.
I'm pretty motherfuckers are broke.
You said what?
I said you pretty motherfuckers are broke. I would know. I've been called pretty and I'm broke, so boom.
That's the price of beauty, man.
The price of beauty is
but there is some
That's
truth
an
to
odd
that.
price.
Yeah, well,
There is some truth to
somebody's
that.
paying it, apparently.
I will say, working at the place I work at, from experience, that a lot of the people that we have in there are very attractive people, both guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Stole that from Wilson. Thanks, Wilson.
Did you just trademark that?
No, it was one of our homies.
One of our homies, he said that.
Yeah.
So I stole that from him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Inclusion. Anyways, so I see that a lot where it's attractive people tend to not drink as much and stiff. And to generalize, yeah, it's always not saying that if you tip well, you're ugly. That's not what I'm saying.
Wow. Wow.
But I'm saying you see very attractive people, and because it happens so often, I'm like, damn, I know you're not. There are the ones I'm not saying all of them, but there are the ones that are like, yeah, I'm pretty and I tip. You know, I'm attractive and I tip well. But yes, in my experience, a lot of attractive people tend to be the most broke. And the only reason they're out is because they're attractive. They know they can either get drinks bought for them or talk their way into a friend group or whatever, this and that, and finesse. You know, like the gift, what is it, gift of gab?
Gift of gab, yeah.
Yeah, so they have that, but they don't ever tip well. It's just, that is something I have noticed, that pretty people tend to be broke.
What about
and well, I will say that
Not all,
but I do want to add that when I say broke, I can't speak for you or you. When I say broke, it doesn't mean that you don't have money.
Yeah, no, broke is a mentality.
I mean the mentality.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
Like, you could have money, but then you come in and you're like, why would I tip you, or why would I give you money and this and that?
You can come in with a off-white bag,
yeah,
the diamonds and shit like that, but if you are leaving zero, you're broke to me.
Yeah.
Or like
you have a broke mindset.
You ration in your head or rationalize in your head that like, oh, this drink was more than I thought it was going to be. So that money for your tip went to like the price as opposed to now I'm going to tip you, and it's like, wait, what? What about like foreign accents? Is that also like part of the aesthetic for?
Nah, cause
I've heard that before.
I used to hear that. That's not something that's really as prevalent anymore.
Okay.
Especially out here, I will say. I can't say for like Kansas or some shit, but out here, even if someone's not from here, what I get a lot of is they'll ask like, how do I tip? Where do I tip? Like, what do I do to tip?
What's
because
the
I
process?
don't do that where I live.
Right.
And yeah, I'll walk them through it if that's
If
what
somebody
they
asked me
want.
that, I was
Yeah.
like, oh man, you don't have to, but thank you. Usually it's 10, 15, or 20%, depending however you feel like it went.
Yeah.
Or
Mm-hmm.
when my cousin said, just take the tax and double it.
Yeah.
So
Word.
I love when people are like, oh, how much do I tip? I'm like, you tip me however much you feel I'm worth. But then I'm like, no, you could do like 15%.
And now we're back to talking about oppression versus freedom.
Wow. Yeah. I will also add that just because we're talking about people tipping and not tipping, if you were doing a job, you would want to be paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if you're doing a job where you're only being paid a portion of it, but the person you're servicing or giving service to decides that they don't
Now
want
you
to
missed the bill. Jesus Christ.
but they decide like, oh no, I don't want to give you anything extra.
Yeah.
I'm just, whatever. It's on your employee or your employer to do that for you. That's fine if you feel that way. This isn't a rallying cry to make everyone just give us more money. The thing is that we're saying a lot of times the people who have that mentality of I'm not giving you anything extra, this and that, they ask for the most shit. That's the problem. It's not that people stiff us. It's that the people who usually stiff us are the most problematic, the most needy, and again, broke mentality people. And that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about, you know, the regular person who comes in and they buy a beer and like maybe they give you $1 on the beer, maybe they don't.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I'm not tripping on that. But the person who comes in and orders 10 shots and they're being super loud and aggressive and rude and interjecting or interrupting whatever else is going on, and then they give you no money on top of it, but they're usually like, oh, come on, man, like, you know, hook me up, or, you know, make it with love or whatever like that. And it drives me insane because you want extra but you give less.
Yeah.
So how am I supposed to feel if that's the energy that I'm getting from this person?
Right.
I'm still supposed to smile on your face and still give you as good of service as I can, and I'm trying to do that, but you're making my job harder, and you're not, you know, I don't want to say rewarding, but you're not reimbursing me for you making my job harder. So how would you feel if that happened to you? That's really what we're talking about.
Right. It's like this face-to-face interaction where we legitimately are dealing with each other, and I'm actually responding to all these needs and requirements that you're asking me to make your experience the best it can be. You know, like, I mean, we do more food, so like now, you know, you've asked me to go get you like 3 different types of sauces for your one order of wings. Like, you know, it's adding on to like the experience. I'm doing it and I'm making it happen for you. At the end, it's like just 0 tip. But I mean, just want to backtrack a little bit. What does make it with love even mean?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Okay, because we have it on the board.
I hear that from the same people who say, can you make it strong?
Right. So you're asking for more liquor.
You're asking me to give you
So
extra.
you're asking me to make it a double. I'm gonna need you to pay double fee, or like double whatever. It's not usually double.
I'm at the point
Well,
now
depending on where you're at.
Yeah, depending on where you're at.
Like my place, we actually do charge you full price for the extra shot.
Oh,
it's
word.
because our liquor is priced a little lower than everywhere else.
Gotcha.
So it's like because the initial price is already lower.
Gotcha.
And if you order a double, we're just gonna charge you for double as opposed to this other place that's charging you $5-6 more. So then when you get a double,
Yes.
they might charge you like a $4 upcharge.
Yeah.
But it's damn near the same price as if you were to go to my bar or another bar,
Right.
and they already had it priced for cheaper. So that's why
So,
we do it that way.
But yeah, like it is. If you're asking for stronger, if you're asking to make it with love, just ask for a double. Just, yeah.
Don't ask for me to make anything with love, and I don't know you.
Also,
Because I'm
yeah,
gonna make it
bar.
with pure spite.
Sprite?
No, spite.
Spite.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Take
open
out
a
that
can
R.
of spite,
Take out that
and I'm
R.
gonna pour that shit in there instead. You know, so the person who said that to me, I had no idea who they were, never met them before. I was in the middle of making a cocktail for someone else, and and I was like, you know, hey, well, let me take your order.
Take your order.
While I'm making this, you could just tell me the order and we can
Right.
move on. Cool, I hear your order, I'm gonna do this next. And then they're all, can you make it with love? And I'm like,
Sorry, all out.
Yeah, all out. I'm all out in love.
Kanye's 808s and Heartbreaks playing in the background.
Oh wow.
But no, man, I don't even understand where that mindset comes into play. If you've never met someone, why are you asking them for something extra? You don't know this.
There's no rapport really built there to even request some extra shit for free on top of whatever request I'm already like asking of you.
And the kicker usually is the people who ask you for extra to make it with love, make it strong.
Yep.
They're like, oh, well, I'm not going to tip you, or I'm not going to tip you as much if you don't hook it up. But when you look at their tip, if they do tip you, it's the same as the other person who just didn't ask for anything other than the cocktail.
Yeah.
They're not asking for anything extra. They're not trying to play some game. They're not trying to, fuck you over.
Yeah.
And they're just tipping normal. Like, hey, man, I appreciate your service.
Right.
Here's just a little bit of extra. It's a social contract. Cool.
Right.
I fulfill my side because I feel like doing it.
Right.
All well and good. Love that. So how is their tip the same as yours, but you asked for a hookup? And if I did hook it up, you'd still only give me $1 or $2.
Yeah. Dude, I ran into that kind of yesterday because there's this group of guys that come into like the bar and like they ask for not a lot, but they ask for you to go above and beyond for them a little bit. And you're just like, all right, cool, let's do the thing. It is what it is, and they just give you shit all along the way. It's just like, oh, what can I take a card for? Ooh, well, the last time I was in here, they didn't ask for a card, and what? And when did y'all start doing that? I was like, sir, it was about 3 months ago because, da 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 da. Cool. So I go through that, and then the thing is, when they kind of had joined all together, because like it was 2 guys here and 2 guys there, but I knew they were together, but like they couldn't sit together because of like how other people were placed at the bar, and they were pretty chill when they were just sitting over here. But when they joined up with the rest of like their homies, like then they got more extra. And I was just like, bro, what are we doing right now? We had a good kind of copacetic like situation here. So then in the end, I'm cashing them out, and he's just like, where's my friends and family discount? And I'm just like, sir, what? And it was like very much just like that, just bare bones. I was like, who are you? Like, I don't know who you are. Who do you know that is?
I've never seen you at the cookout.
Ever.
You weren't invited
once.
You're not at any of the bar meetings or
Yeah.
the anything. Like, and so it's friends and family. It's like, who are you? Who do you know here? And he instantly started stuttering and was like, I just know my friend over at the other location. He said Newport Beach. And I was like, yeah. I was like, cool.
So go over there.
Yeah, who's that? I don't know. Like, who is he? Like, what's his name?
Oh,
and
that's
like,
Todd.
Joe that works.
No, he came up with Corey or something.
Corey.
Yeah, and I was just like,
we all know Corey.
Right.
That works over.
And I'm just like,
Beach.
this doesn't. And he's like, well, every location I go to, they just give me my friends. Just on GP, you come in here. Mind you, at this point, both of his friends had cash out at this point. They were like 60, 40, like $60, $50. They both tipped $5 on that.
Leave him on the show.
And so I'm just like,
fucking nerd.
and I'm just like, at this point, like, I know this is not going anywhere. And I just gave him so much pushback that he eventually was like, that's okay, it's fine, it's okay, whatever. I'll just pay for it. And I was like, thanks.
Goddamn right.
I appreciate you paying for your meal.
Did you give him the Barney face?
I wish I had. I could.
He's trying to be a
Not
racist.
those eyebrows, bro. Those crazy.
Barney's pissed, bro.
Barney's mad pissed. But like, I think the people tell me I have like a male resting bitch face when I'm behind the bar, where I'm just kind of like.
That was legit me when that dude asked me to
Yeah.
give him a free sample of my best drink. I was like,
What?
yeah, you remember that when I was talking
Yeah.
about that legit. That was my face. I was like,
The
huh?
fuck?
Like, where did they do that at? Like, what the fuck?
Not here.
Yeah, no.
I would love to have a conversation with the bartenders and or servers who feel so intimidated that they just give shit away because people ask for it. Because
Oh, I'm sure that
if
happens.
you're that person who thinks you can just have the gift of gab and you can just get free shit all the time,
It's done.
where is it working?
It's
I
working.
need to see where it's working.
No, it's definitely working.
Where?
Somebody, somewhere, just pretty much. Oh, well, you know what it is? Because of some restaurants, I won't name names, where they're just so much about like the guest comes first no matter what. We just want to please them. And then literally you just say like, oh, they said a pin drop
My
over
pleasure.
there. And then and like if there's any displeasure, then like the manager just be like, oh, okay, cool, it's comp half the meal.
That is not good management. That's not having the managers back.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like I've gone to where I was like, okay, I have to do a little bit of the pushback on my end, and it might fuck up my tip, but I also know you're not about to tip me anyway that well. So
I do work with some people that I want to say they have a hard time saying no, but sometimes I have to tell them like, yo, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do this. Like, no. Just tell them no. Can we do that? No. Fucking pick something on the menu.
Yeah.
Stop being a fucking child. Not to my coworker, but like saying that's how they should. But then I end up having to be the bad guy. It's fine. I don't mind being the bad guy. It's just you gotta be a little bit. Working in the industry, you have to have thick skin and be a little bit more assertive. And if it's something that you are unable to do, or just you're not able to do at that moment, just say no. And hopefully, your managers will have your back. And if not, that's for me. It's just not a place I want to work.
Well, I've also learned. I feel like the bar has been better than serving for, especially. I've heard this from most of like my women coworkers, that they can be more themselves and they can be more assertive behind the bar, because that's just like the general atmosphere is like this is more of a conversation and a negotiation. And I can tell you, like, you're doing too much. No, as opposed to serving feels a little bit more. Let me just get you whatever you need, and like it. I don't know, but like
I feel like the location also attributes to that. The location of when you're going to a table, you're automatically like bowing down to the table. Hey, can I get you this? Can I do this? Can I do that?
Right.
But when you're behind the stick, there's a border there.
Right.
You know what I mean, I can still tell you to fuck off. I might not be able to say it that way.
Yeah.
But if you cross a certain line, I don't have to serve.
Also, they are. It's interesting you just said that, because I just
There was a joke there.
like physically, you are coming to me to sit at the bar versus like the table. You sat there and like I'm coming up to you.
Right.
What do you need? What can I do?
The fuck do you want?
Yeah.
And you could do that kind of at a bar, depending on the bar. But
I fucking love it, the bevies.
But you can't do that. Like, you might be doing that at a fucking table. Like, you gotta. That shit is not gonna fly at most.
You have to humble yourself at a table.
Yeah.
But at the bar, it's like, no, you better come correct.
Yeah.
You're at my bar.
Yeah.
I'm not at your table. You're at my bar.
Right.
Nah, when I was serving, that's still my table.
Yeah.
Fuck that. What do you guys want?
Do you pee on the table when you get there to assert dominance? You're like, this is my table. You're just eating here.
No, I go up there, I'm like, you guys ready yet? No? Gone.
Damn.
Now you gotta wait.
How long did you serve for?
I don't know, like
15 minutes?
yeah, honestly. Bro,
Instantly, if I was your like shift manager, I'd be like, get that man back behind the bar.
But you know what? Here's the thing. I was, like, people were tipping me really well, so they couldn't, because I was upselling and doing a great job while doing a bad job. Like, I was so bad at it that it ended up being good. That's the funniest shit ever.
You're the B movie of servers. You're so
Yeah.
bad that you're good at it.
Yeah. And
That's what's
people
up.
loved it. And
That's what's up.
I had people that came, like, during our busiest time, which was our Christmas event. They came back knowing that it was going to be packed. You know, they would have to wait, whatever. And they're like, yeah, we came back for you because you were funny. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So do you guys know what you want? You know the menu already. They're like, yeah, we want this. I'm like, all right, cool. Boom. It's crazy.
I just can't see this working anywhere. But
here's the thing. That's why I won't serve, because at places, at restaurants, I know I wouldn't be able to get away with it without getting in trouble. But also, like, I don't want to put myself in that situation.
That's fair. Yeah.
Like, yeah, and you can't do that with everyone. But I found a way to even do it with like the elderly people and this and that. And it just, I don't know.
What you want, Joe, bitch?
Yeah.
You want some soup? We ain't got none. Pick something else.
Or, you know, they ask for this and that, and you just say, well, I need to see your ID. And then they fucking laugh. I don't know what it is. Old ladies love that shit. They fucking laugh. And then I'm like, no, I need to see it. And then they pull it up. I'm like, no, just kidding. I'm kidding. Relax. I throw them in a conundrum. And they're like, "What's going on here?"
Yeah.
Keep them on their toes.
That's what's up.
It's
Yeah.
crazy being
Always
so
keep
bad
them-
at a job that you end up being good at it. I fucking hate it though. I'm not
It's like
gonna
you
lie.
got stuck, like in being like a server or something. Huh?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I had to serve because the cocktails were so complicated. I was like, I don't want to learn a new cocktail menu for 30 fucking days just to finally learn it on the 25th day, and then have to forget it and relearn something.
Right.
So they stuck me on
And
serving.
the 25th day isn't your 25th shift. It's also you've had what, maybe 14. Let's say it's split in half. 14 days you didn't work. You're not studying a menu.
Shit, bro. For me personally, it was more like 6.
Right. I remember when you were working.
Yeah, so I wouldn't even have enough time to learn it, and I'm not going to be at home studying because I'm not getting paid for it. So they stuck me on serving, and I just thought to myself, I'm going to make the best out of this and have as much fun as possible. I think I even tried doing like accents too. It was kind of funny. Fuck it, man. Just have fun
We're
with
gonna
it.
go ahead and gloss right over that.
Yeah.
But speaking of being stuck, I remember you had mentioned this one story about someone being
Yeah,
stuck
all right.
in a bar.
Dude.
They weren't from here.
Yeah. So this was literally a year ago, and I remember because she was so like, not annoying, but just extra, right? So this lady walks in, whatever, and she's asking like, "Oh, do you know where a car repair shop?" Or no. She went to the car repair shop that was like right next door, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm just waiting for my car to be fixed, whatever, this and that." It's like, okay, cool. Sits down at the bar and just talking, getting to know her, whatever. She said she drove from Seattle, I think, all the way down to California. It was because she had quit her job. She's like, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of road trip a little bit. And I'm like, oh, well, congratulations, it's great,
Well,
awesome.
right.
You quit that job that you hated. Yeah, fuck it. She's like, yeah, and my car broke down, this and that, so it's getting repaired. And I asked her, well, how long are you in town for? She's like, well, I got a hotel for like 2 days, but now I'm probably have to stay longer because my car's needing this and like she needed like extensive repairs. Like it got fucked up, like her transmission or something. And then gave her some time, whatever. Service other people came back to her, and somewhere between that time and coming back to her, her mind just started to like wander a little bit. She was like, hey, what would happen if I left my car parked overnight here? Because our bar borders like Skidmore. And I told her, I'm like, well, if you need to leave it, like if you're not driving like a BMW or something, like you should be fine. She's like, well, people break into it? I'm like, yeah, probably not. If it's just like a regular old car. She's like, damn. I was like, well, you want somebody to break into your car? She's like, yeah, well, it's gonna cost me a lot more than what it's worth to fix it. So I don't know, maybe if I just leave my door unlocked or the windows down, you think somebody will steal it?
Oh.
And I'm like, and then she just,
wait, I didn't see that coming.
no, she went off the rails, bro. And she's like, well, I'm not really from here, so like, what's a good neighborhood where I can just leave my car parked and they'll steal
To
it?
get broken into.
And I'm like, I'm not from here either. What are you trying to say? She's like, yeah, I was kind of thinking like going like south downtown, like that area, like Compton or whatever. I'm like, what are you trying to say, lady? And then she took it a step further. Our cook is Hispanic. He's like, you can tell, you look at him like, that is a Hispanic man. He looks like somebody steal, whatever. So
He looks like somebody what?
Somebody steal, uncle.
Oh, Teal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she started asking him if he knew people that would come steal her car for her. Like, yo, lady.
Wait, what? That's.
Bro, she just, and then.
Where is she from? Seattle?
Yeah. And then she kind of like gave up on that and was like, well, I'm going to make the most of this. And started flirting
with him? Okay.
So he told me, he's like, I don't want to say he's thirsty, but like he's one of those older Hispanic guys that like, it's just, he appreciates the female anatomy. I'll say that. But even he was like,
he sounds thirsty to me. I don't know what else.
No. He doesn't ever get in anybody's face about it. Like he just tells me and one of the other guy workers there, or whatever. So he even tells me, he's like, yo, this chick is crazy. And I looked at him like, for you? He's like, dude. Like in Spanish, he was just saying, he's like, nah, she's fucking crazy. Like she's invited me back to her hotel room, this and that. I told him, we'll just go. He's like, nah, man, I don't know. I want to live. She's trying to have me steal her car too. I'm like,
yeah,
dude,
that's
she was unhinged, and oh god, it's just
that's crazy.
it was the subtle racism in which she was asking things.
It wasn't subtle.
To her, it was subtle because she didn't realize. I don't fucking know, man. Just the shit she was saying was just like, yo, stop, and she kept going. I'm like, what? You can't say things like that. Why do you want to take us to these neighborhoods? You haven't been around here. Those neighborhoods are not as.
I don't think she was from Seattle. I think she was from Washington.
Probably.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, Seattle is fairly
a difference.
Yeah.
I'm not saying people should walk around like that area, like Compton and Inglewood, but I will say it has drastically changed from what it's used to be known as.
Oh yeah.
So, but in her mind, she just had the stereotypical shit.
Yeah, it was like, even if it hasn't, it's like thinking that that's what
you should have told her to go to Gardena.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you should have told her.
Yeah.
It's like really weird and fucked up.
But that I remember that story, and it's been on our fucking notes for a while. But
yeah, we've been meaning to get to this one.
Yeah, it was just one of those things where like, what the fuck, man? And then other people came into the bar and she started talking. She was just trying to get somebody to take her home because she only had one more night in the hotel room. Like, she was thirsty.
That's more trouble than it's worth right there.
And then our cook, he was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Which surprised me. He was smart. He was smart.
Absolutely.
Woo. That's a crazy story.
I know, right?
And
it's fucking...
But he ended up not going on with her? Or
no. He didn't go to a hotel room or none of that shit. Fuck that.
You know what's not smart? This.
It's happening.
Oh, boy.
Well, we didn't end the last one with a shot, and I said I wasn't going to do it this one.
You did.
Man.
But
wait, hold on. We're finishing?
Yeah. You got one more?
Yeah. So I saw this video. What do you guys think about...
I try not to.
Here, I see the positive and like I don't want to say negative, but like I can see where this can help. Servers or bartenders wearing body cams.
To what purpose?
The example that I saw was somebody says, "Hey, let me get a burger and this steak," and then when you bring them the receipt, they're like, "Oh, you charged me for this and that, but we only got 2 burgers." Like it eliminates the he said she said. You misheard everything. So it's like, well, actually, pull up the Carfax. You said a steak and a burger, so we charged you for that. You didn't get 2 burgers. So where those instances where people say like, I didn't order this, but you still drank or ate it. Yeah, but I didn't order that.
I don't want body cams.
I feel like that's going an extra mile.
I don't want body cams because I don't want to get in trouble for turning mine off.
Because no, go ahead. No, do it. Do it. There we go.
I didn't want to.
Because let's be honest.
I mean, I'm okay with. I'd rather have the court stenographer from the Chappelle Show just put a motherfucker on my back and like just read that back, or an audio thing, or whatever. But like, yeah, not a body.
It was a TikTok video that I saw where this guy was talking about it, and he worked at a more upscale restaurant. So it kind of made sense because they were all dressed up, this and that.
Yeah. Sure.
But it was just funny. It was a skit. Like they said, well, you actually said this, and the girl was just kind of like quiet.
The amount of times that I will repeat someone's order back to them, and then come back with their order, and they're like, "Oh no, I said this." I'm like,
"No, you didn't.
I repeated your order to you. Yeah. I did that so that we could both confirm."
We could avoid this exact situation.
You said I wanted this and this. You wanted this and this? Yes. Yeah. All right, cool. Here's this and that. I wanted that and that. No.
You ordered this and this.
Then why the fuck did I bring this?
There was no that. If you asked for that, I would have brought you a that. You asked for this, I brought you a this.
Yeah. Why the fuck did I bring this? I didn't just imagine you said this thing instead. I brought you this because that's what you told me.
No, it's like our
trinkets.
Our shit is legitimately like we are trained to every fucking time before we hit send on a fucking order, we're supposed to repeat it to the customer.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
so
that's the reason
we
why.
do that shit, and then shit comes out, and then it's like, oh, there's cheese on it. I asked you if you had any dietary restriction. You also have to do that every time. You have dietary
I don't miss
restrictions.
that.
What I think
Yeah,
is
sorry,
that
sorry.
some people have this thought in their head like, well, your job is so easy to do, so I can treat you however. So it's like, of course you're gonna forget because you didn't have to think that hard about it. Like, no, bitch,
Right.
I want to make sure you have everything you asked for. So don't try to pull that like, well, you should do your job. You know what I'm saying?
If our job was so easy, how is it that you can't order correctly? Like, you couldn't even say your order correctly, but you think my job is easy.
Yeah.
I repeated your order back to you, verbatim. You confirmed it with me. I came back, and you're like, "No, that's not what I ordered." Or the people was like, "Oh, I meant this."
Yeah.
I already made this
Yeah.
because this is what you ordered. Now, what am I supposed to do with that?
I gotta be fucking.
I gotta pour that out. That alcohol's done now.
Yeah.
I can't do anything with that.
If somebody were to say like, how hard is your job that you can't do this and that, I would like to just say, you know what? Come back here. You tell me how hard it is. Come here. You know what? Take off the apron, whatever this and that.
There you
Here.
go.
Now let me order from you, bitch.
Yeah.
You tell me how hard my job is.
I would love to make not a real bar, a real bar and or restaurant or whatever, where you make the people who come in, you make them complete their own order. Like if they're being difficult, or you just pick a random person per day or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, nah, you got to come back here and work this job. Let's see how you like it, because the amount of people who complain about us talking about this, or other servers, bartenders, people in the service industry that talk about how difficult the job can be and the stuff that they go through, and they're like you said, the job's not that hard, this and that, but they've never done the job, or they did it once, so they think they're an expert, but they probably got fired from it or didn't do a good job. They leave that part out. Like, I used to serve. You mean you got fired from every serving job that you used to have? You were a shitty server. That's why you used to serve. Because most people who serve and they do it well, they never go to the comment section to talk shit because they understand.
I was gonna go pro.
Or no, I'll even get like there's servers that basically they bartend it for like maybe a couple weeks, and then they really hang for whatever reasons, and they move back to serving, and then they actually like try to comment on like the bar skill. Like, oh no, I bartended for a while, and like so I know like da. It's like,
or when they're with their friends and they say like, oh, watch, they're gonna do this. Yeah, I remember when I would do this and now. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Like they try to brag to their friends how they.
You know nothing. You know absolutely nothing.
Jon Snow.
What?
You know, I'm sorry, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. Sorry. Cool. Well, speaking of being a minute, happy 4th.
Yes.
Enjoy all that freedom.
And dreams. Enjoy the dreams.
You know what? Let's just end that on a positive note. I'm not even gonna add to that. Later, guys.
Are you gonna cut this out?
You haven't taken the shot yet.
Dude,
Now they're waiting for you.
Dude.
I don't.
Yeah.
Later, guys. Can you go ahead and stop so we can have a similar stop point, please?
Go.
Bam.